Many iconic supervillains have been with us since the Golden Age. The first supervillain to appear in comics is considered to be the Ultra-Humanite, created by Joe Shuster and Jerry Siegel in 1939 as an adversary for Superman, who was then preceded by Dr. Death, a Bob Kane and Bill Finger creation for Detective Comics, and was Batman's first reoccurring foe, who only appeared a month after the Ultra-Humanite did. Since then we've had over half a century's worth of supervillains come alive on the pages of our favorite comic books. So today we're going to take a look at some of the newer additions to the comic industry's rogue gallery, with our list of the top 10 newest villains. In at number 10 is BATZARRO. Modeled in the same vein as Superman's BATZARRO, it's a bit of a surprise that it took this long for us to have a Bat version, in the form of 2005's BATZARRO. An evil doppelganger of Batman's, the character was hinted at in a panel of Superman 181 back in 2002, in silhouette form. The self-proclaimed world's worst detective's origin story is the opposite of Batman's, quite literally, with BATZARRO gunning down couples who are walking through Crime Alley. Up next, number 9 is the Marvel Zombies. From the 5-issue limited series written by Robert Kirkman in 2005, the Marvel Zombies are, well, Marvel's heroes as zombies. Fitting for Kirkman, really. Set in an alternate universe, the superhero population has been infected with a virus that mutates them into flesh-eating zombies. They then made a reappearance in 2005 with a tie-in miniseries with Secret Wars. In our number 8 spot is LIVEWIRE. While LIVEWIRE first made her debut in 1997 on Superman the Animated Series, she wouldn't appear in comics until 2006, in Action Comics 835, via Gail Simone and John Bryan. Initially a shock jock named Leslie, she blasted Superman on her show on a daily basis. And then when her show was cancelled, she used her natural-born gifts of controlling electricity to take her revenge, only amplified further when she was struck by a bolt of lightning. She then goes after the Man of Steel himself. LIVEWIRE has also made an appearance outside of the comic book since, and on the small screen again, this time on both Smallville and Supergirl. Up next, number 7 is TALON. Not to be confused with the Talons of the New 52's Court of Owls, that's for a later number. TALON from Earth 3 is the second person to take on the alias in DC's universe. He's an alternate version of Robin, the former sidekick of Batman's alternate Owlman, and a former member of the Crime Society. He battled against the Teen Titans and Black Adam during World War III, and dated Duela Dent, the daughter of the jokester. After her father denounced the relationship though, the two of them ran off, never to be heard from again. And our number 6 spot is FACADE. Created in 2006 by Paul Dini, who normally has a pretty solid track record, FACADE is a villain that's had 2 people take on the alias, both of which were pretty much forgettable. The first FACADE attracted Batman's attention with a string of high-profile robberies, and wore a gray and red suit with a reflective mask. The second was an assassin named Nava Medelson, who is more of a machine than man, and can survive a bullet to the head and decapitation, but has a weakness against electromagnetism. And at number 5 is MENACE. MENACE first hit the scene in 2008 in the Amazing Spider-Man 550, but actually showed up a few issues prior to that as Lily Hollister. Lily Hollister is a biracial character who dated Harry Osborn, and stumbles upon a hidden door in his closet, revealing one of his old journals. This journal leads her to one of the Green Goblin's secret hideouts, and as she enters she accidentally shatters vials that contain a newer version of the Goblin formula, ultimately mutating her. She ends up using her newfound powers to help her father, who's running for the mayor of New York, by winning him public sympathy and messing with other politicians in the process. Up next, number 4 is UNIT. Alright, just gonna get this out of the way. UNIT kinda looks like a giant floating metallic penis. Now that that's been said, let's get down to the real talk. Created in 2010 as an antagonist for the X-Men, UNIT has done some pretty weird stuff, including dissecting a man who is out hunting with his son, who just happens to attack UNIT in an attempt to defend himself and his boy, who UNIT also kills. His origins are mysterious. His creators used him as a means to speak with other planets' inhabitants, and he outlived them when the aliens revolted against his creators. And our number 3 spot is the Ultimate Reed Richards, aka The Maker. From 2010 in the Ultimate Enemy story arc, Reed Richards turned evil. In short, he called himself the Maker, with the aim of creating the perfect universe. In Ultimate Doom, he's become corrupt, a threat to society, and wishes that he could find another world to improve upon since he no longer likes his home dimension. After his defeat by the Ultimate Universe's heroes, he was left in the negative zone, and used the brains of his dead alien soldiers to create a computer system that repaired a teleporter. Intense. Up next in our number 2 spot is the Court of Owls. First appearing in 2011 in Batman Volume 2 Issue 3, created by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo, the Court of Owls are pretty creepy, and also very well written, with Snyder and Capullo's run on the New 52 Batman being one of the best that it's had in recent years. While their agents, the Talons, made for an effective foe against Batman, it was the Court of Owls' psychological manipulation of Bruce, and subsequently how Snyder and Capullo chose to depict that manipulation in their panels, that had us really fearing for Batman's life and his overall sanity. They were a threat fitting of Gotham, with historical and terrifying roots, and capable of inspiring fear in Bruce, making them a worthy foe. And of course aesthetically they were oh so creepy. And finally, in at number 1 is Captain America. Secret Empire opened up a whole can of worms for Captain America and Marvel, even though they kinda hit the undo button on that. It was revealed, also with hints leading up to Secret Empire, that Cap is and has always been a secret agent for Hydra. He used an alien invasion and mass supervillain assault in order to neutralize the superheroes that may oppose him. Then he seeked out the Cosmic Cube and altered the timeline, changing it to one where Hydra won World War II. This eventually leads Sam Wilson and Bucky Barnes to use a fragment of the cube to restore the memory of pre-Hydra Steve Rogers, to then take on his Hydra self, which then reverses much of the damage caused by Hydra Rogers. It's a lot more complicated than that. Long story short, he was kind of a Nazi, but then wasn't a Nazi, and then everyone had a lot of conflicting feelings about the whole arc, and everyone was getting really upset and triggered, and fun stuff. Thank God for that undo button. Alright guys, there we have it. Any villains that we've missed? Let us know in the comments below. And if you dug this video, make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons too, and check out some of the other great videos on our channel. And just a quick shout out, we've got another channel called Top 10 Gaming with lists similar to these, but about video games. So if that tickles your fancy, I'll see you guys over there on that channel. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I've been Kelly Pally, and this has been Top 10 Nerd. I'll catch you all in the next one.